let's do. Okay, so this is going to be week 4 Thursday actually, we're going to change this. It's not week 4 anymore. This is now going to be, we're taking a second day on this. So now this is week 5. Week 5, Monday. Okay. And this is your day 2 of this, correct? Okay. So yesterday we went over the cylinder. We went over the surface area question when you work backwards. And we also did the triangular prism, correct? So what are we going to go over today? Which one do you need to go over?
8 and 9.
So which one first? You pick.
Let me go over 8, 9, and 10.
No, pick one. Let's start with the 9 first. That one I think is a little bit easier. Find the cone flashcard. Do you have the surface area for a cone and the volume for a cone? Yeah, because we're going to do both. Even though this asks you to find the volume, we're going to do both. Do you understand? Which one's easier to do?
Volume.
Yeah, what's the volume of a cone?
E equals 1/3 pi r squared h.
1/3 pi r squared times h, correct? What are the two things you need to find from this formula to plug in?
R.
Which stands for?
Radius.
Okay, radius is only half, right?
Yeah.
So what's your radius here? Half of 6, right?
Yeah.
Next one is height. What's your height?
12.
Okay, so that one's actually pretty easy because there's also a slanted height right there. Do you see that? That's L. That's slanted height, which you technically define using the Pythagorean theorem, right? So here's your volume. Volume equals 1/3. Plug that in. Go do that. I'm just going to check to make sure you're doing this correctly. We're done. We'll work on this, please. Before you start multiplying everything, do you see the 1/3 and the 9 right there? You see that? We're going to cross that out. That becomes a 3. You see that? It's like 9 divided by 3. Okay, now keep going. Make sure you have this formula in your card. Do you have that formula there in your card?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. So take a look to see what you did and then see what you need to do. All right, now let's find the surface area. What's the surface area formula of a cone? Go look at go look. What is that?
Okay. Pi r squared plus pi r 1.
L.
No.
Or another way of thinking about this is pi r times r plus L. Do you see that? So on your card, I want you to get a separate card just for cone. Go get a separate card just for cone. Draw the picture of a cone. And I want you to copy this right down. The part that I have right here in red, you need to copy down. Everything right here in red. I have a star next to. Draw your cone, label. And I want you to use different colors. You need to have one card for each. Do you understand? So what are the letters that I need for this?
Name and radius.
Yes, radius. What's the radius of this again? Good. Next one that I need is, no, the L. What does the L stand for? No, slanted height. Do I have the slanted height here? What is it? It's not there. You have this line right here. You see this green line right there? Or let's make it pink. You see this pink line right there? Do you see this arrow pointing at it? That's 12. That's the same thing as this one right here. Do you see that? That's 12. Take a look at this line green. What side is this? What's the measurement of this? No, 6 is the whole thing. You need to be careful with that. This part right here, that's L. That's a slanted height. You see that? I don't have that, so I need to use a Pythagorean theorem. Which two are your smaller sides? What's your longer side?
My longest side is standard height.
No. Don't try to give me stupid crap bullshit garbage. I want the letter. Take a look at your triangle. The two smaller ones are 12 and 3. What's the longer side? Don't give me that bullshit garbage. I don't want to hear it. Okay, you're gonna make it fancy because you're getting it wrong. Write that down. None of your note card on your for your homework. Stop for L. I want to hear pianomatics. Go. No. Piano first. Make a of all, and now that you have F or L, plug it in. Radius was 3 squared. 3 times 3 square root 17. Go ahead and simplify that. I don't want that. Put that back over there. No, on the counter, please. Counter. Yeah, that's fine. And that's how you find it. But you have to use the Pythagorean theorem to find the slanted height. Do you see that? Okay. I want you to write to find slanted height. L. Use Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus c squared equals a squared plus b squared equals c squared. A squared plus b squared, this is going to be the shorter side. C squared is the long side. You see that? Okay, make sure you have that. Okay, let's go on to the next question. What's the next question? What shape is this? This is a regular hexagon. All right, so grab a card and write hexagonal prism. Have you noticed the area or the volume of any prism is always going to be the area of the base, which in this case, it's a hexagon, right? Times what? Times height, except the problem with this one is you see how it gets smaller on top? So I think it's 1/3. So let's just check to make sure. Multiply the area of the base. Um, okay, so all you really need is just, you could just use volume equals area of the base times height. So we're just gonna use area of the base times height, okay? All right, so looking at this part right here, if the area of the base is 45, right? What do I need to, what do I replace this with? Isn't this given? Which is what? Times, what's the height? I want you to ask her a question. Question for Bruce. Ask her what is the formula, volume formula for hexagonal prism. Can you ask her that? Okay, ask her that. Do you want a sticky note? Okay. So then just 45 times 9. Centimeters cubed. But I feel like this is not correct, so I'm gonna go ahead and try this again. What is the volume of a hexagonal prism with area of base equal those 45, right? 45 and height equals 9. Let's see what it gets me. Oh, so it's just 45 times 9. So 405 is what we got. Okay. That's it. All right. Next question. What's the next one that we have not gone over? Okay, I think so. Okay, read the question, please.
Area of the base of hexagonal prism.
Actually, don't read it. Take your highlighter, highlight the important information. What shape do you have?
Hexagonal prism, but that is square.
Here is the other issue that I have. This is not a hexagonal prism. Would you ask her about question number 8? What is the formula to find the volume of this? Because I have a feeling that this is not correct. It's a hexagon, but I think it's a hexagonal pyramid. Because it's not a prism. So I'm going to go back to this. I have a hexagonal pyramid. Oh, it is going to be a 1/3. Yeah, so it's not a prism, it's a pyramid. So erase the prism times 1/3. Put a 1/3 in front of that. So I was right. Put a 1/3. Put a 1/3 here. So then 4 or 5 is going to be divided by 3, right? And then figure out what that is.
Anything that's like a pyramid or a prism is usually like 1/5 the area base of height.
Yeah. Oh, no, not prism, pyramid. It is. If it's a prism, it will look like this. So it's a hexagon on the bottom. It will be a hexagon on top. This is a hexagonal prism.
That's just area base of space.
Yeah. This right here, so this is a hexagonal pyramid. Pyramid means that on top it gets smaller to a point, right? So it's going to be 1/3. Do you understand? This is a hexagonal prism. Okay, this is just going to be the area of the base times height. Does that make sense? You see how like this one gets smaller on top, but the bond on the bottom, it doesn't get smaller, it's the same size. Okay. So you need to know the difference there. Matt, you can get bubbly once you have some broccoli. You can't just have ramen every day. That is not healthy for you. Go get some broccoli. It's in the refrigerator. Go get it and put in your. Yeah, there is. It's in there. It's in the refrigerator. It's on the bottom. Do you see the orange bin? Orange bin. All right, let's go and take a look at this one here. Read, please. Or actually, area of a base of a hexagonal prism. Pentagonal. What does the word pentagon mean? So I'm going to draw this picture. There's a pentagon. Draw another pentagon right underneath that pentagon. Okay. Then we're going to connect them. This is a pentagonal prism. Do you see that? And since we're dealing with volume, and this is not getting smaller on top, you know the volume is just going to be the area of the base, and that's a pentagon, which is shape of a pentagon, times what? Times height. So they give you 24. Where is that going to go to?
Base, area base.
192. Where do you put that? Read it. What is 192? So where is the volume? formula right here. What are we finding?
That's a height.
So h for height, right? How do I get rid of the 24?
Let's divide it.
You say subtract, you're really wrong. Why would you subtract it as a negative 24? Divide it. Good. Next question. What's the volume? There's a second part to this.
What is the volume of the pyramid with the base that is equal to base?
Well, if the base is the same as the base and they have the same height, wouldn't that just be the same? That's it. You understand?
Yes.
Okay. We are going to go over a few other ones here. So I suggest you go ahead and just copy this part down or make your own word. And I'm going to move on to another one. So we're going to go back to week 4 Monday to go over a few of these because she didn't show you the Pythagorean theorem before this was done. So it was very confusing. So go ahead and give this one a try. First things first, which one's easier to find?
Volume.
And what shape is this? What is the area of the base of the triangular prism? What shape is it?
The triangle.
Yeah, it's going to be this triangle that looks like this. Do you see this triangle that's down there? We want to label everything. This side is 6, correct? What is this side right here? Nope, it's not. That 16 is not part of this triangle. We're still not getting it. But I don't know what that top part is, correct? Good to go ahead and make sure you know that. All right, what's the volume formula?
Area of base times height.
Perfect. Area of the base is going to be this shaped triangle, correct? What's the area of a triangle?
1/2 base.
Okay, you have this triangle right here. Let's label it. Which one on this triangle is going to be the base? You see this triangle right here? You said this is 4, correct? The base is usually next to the writing. This is base. This is the other hypotenuse. But where's the height? That's your height. Do you see that? Okay, do I know what the height is? No, so what am I going to use? Set it up, please. Which one's the longer side? You always have to ask yourself what the longer side is, because the longer side is B by itself, right? So which one's the longer side here?
Um,
Longer side is always the opposite of right angle. So which one's the longer side? There you go. Do you see why there's a right angle right there? And why you have to put that as the opposite? Okay. All right, so go ahead and find the H.
why did you check on this one, but like the other ones you applied?
The other one you didn't have to because you did not have the longest side. The longest side was like X, okay? This one, the longest side, you already have a number. Do you understand? This one, you're finding a shorter side. Do you see that? If you're finding a longer side, you have a number here, you have a number here, you add them together and that's it, right? This one you have to subtract because you're looking for the shorter side. But that's a really good question.
You square root of it.
Good, that's good. Now plug it in. Plug it in. Find the volume. Now let's find the surface area. Okay, to find the surface area, what's the surface area formula for a triangular prism?
Okay, so this is an area for rectangular.
Go look at your flashcards. Do you have a flashcard that's just for triangular prism? You need to create one. And draw this picture. When you're looking for surface area prisms, you're looking for faces, like surfaces, right? Surface area, so look. Go ask for adaptation. I don't have any time to help you with that right now. Oh, well, I guess it's not working then. Look for surfaces. How many surfaces do you have on this triangular prism?
Fire.
Yeah, and there are 5, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Let's first do the base. You know the base is a triangle, correct? How many are there?
One.
I don't think so. I think there's 2, front and back, right? What was the area of the triangle that we just found? We already found this from the volume, so what was it? But there's 2, correct? So that's gonna be 8 square root 5. Plus, let's look for another face. Do you see this long, big rectangle right here? What's the area of that rectangle? What are the 2 numbers that represents that blue rectangle? What does that gonna give you?
96.
Good. Then there is this pink rectangle. Do you see that?
Mhm.
What are the two numbers that you need to find the volume or area of that? Don't know what this is, right? But that was the height, correct? Did anyone figure out what the height was? What was the height? Nope, that's the area of the base. Do you understand why now we need to make sure we keep everything very, very organized? So let's multiply it. So that'll be 2 times 16, right? And there's one more face. The last face is this one right here. Do you see this one right here? What are the two? Good. There you go. Now we're gonna add everything together. Eight, and you can actually combine these two together. Do you see that? Because they both have the square root of 5, right?
So that would be 435.
4 means 40. 40, because 32 plus 8 is 40. And it'll be millimeter squared. So on your cards, surface area, look for surfaces, 5. Make sure you write that down so you know.